Hello everybody, welcome to Tracy Learning Chemistry videos. Today we'll be discussing about phase changes, and in that we'll be covering the topic heating curve. This is the fourth video related to practice problems on heating curve. So let's see what all questions we'll be covering in this video. The first question. The graph below represents the heating curve of alcohol as well as water on the same graph. Determine the melting point and boiling point of water and the melting point and boiling point of alcohol. So you can see here this is the heating curve where the temperature is on the y-axis and the time is taken on the x-axis, and you can see here two curves. The blue one represents the heating curve for the water and the green one represents the heating curve for alcohol. So we have two questions. So first of all, we'll try to find out the melting and the boiling point of water, and then we'll find the melting and the boiling point of alcohol. So the first one. So the foremost step is to analyze the graph. As the graph is starting from here, in case of water, we will have solid here. That means ice here. Now we know from the heating curve that whenever there is a change in temperature, in this case rise in temperature, there is no change in state. So at this point also we'll be having solid, which is ice. Now you can see here horizontal line. This horizontal line represents there is no change in temperature. So as per the heating curve, when there is no change in temperature, there is change in phase. So this represents change in phase or state, you can say. So at this point we'll be having liquid, that is we'll be having water, and this process of transition from the solid to the liquids is known as melting, and this point will represent the melting point of ice. So the melting point of ice will be 0 degree Celsius. Next, boiling point. As we are here, we can see that this point represents the liquid. Again, there is change in temperature. We can see the slope, and that means that there will be no change in state when there is a change in temperature, in this case rise in temperature. So at this point also we'll be having liquid, which is water. And we have a horizontal line here which represents there is no change in the temperature. So that means here we'll be having change in phase. So this point will represent the gaseous phase, and the transition from the liquid to the gaseous phase, that is from water to steam, is known as boiling, or what we call vaporization. So this line represents the boiling process. So here we'll be having the boiling point. So this is 0 degrees Celsius, this is 200 degrees Celsius. So in between we'll be having 100 degrees Celsius. So the boiling point of water will be 100 degrees Celsius. And to complete this graph, we can see here change in temperature, that is rise in temperature. So again there will be no change in state. So this point will represent the gaseous state, that is steam. So we have covered the first part, that is finding the melting and the boiling point of water. Now proceed further to find the melting and the boiling point of alcohol. Now let us find the melting and the boiling point of alcohol. First of all, we need to analyze this heating curve. So this point represents the solid state of alcohol because it's a heating curve, and we know from the heating curve that whenever there is change in temperature, that means rise in temperature in this case, there is no change in state. So at this point also we'll be having the solid alcohol. And you can see here that we have a horizontal line and there is no change in the temperature. So this phase on the graph represents change in state. So as we are providing heat, so at this point we'll be having the liquid alcohol, and the process of changing a solid into a liquid on heating is known as melting. So here we can have the melting point of alcohol. This is the midpoint between minus 200 degrees Celsius and 0 degrees Celsius. So here we'll be having 100 degrees Celsius. So here we can roughly take minus 114 degrees Celsius. So the melting point of alcohol will be minus 114 degrees Celsius. Now comes the boiling point. We are here, and at this point we can see that there is change in temperature, in this case rise in temperature, so there will be no change in state. So at this point also we'll be having the liquid alcohol. As you can see that there is a horizontal line, that means no change in the temperature here, somewhere here. So this point represents the change in state. So at this point we'll be having the gaseous alcohol, and the process of changing from the liquid state to the gaseous state is known as boiling, or what we can say that vaporization. So this point on the graph represents the boiling point of alcohol. This is the midpoint, so it will be 100 degrees Celsius. So somewhere here we can roughly take 88 degrees Celsius. So the boiling point of alcohol will be 88 degrees Celsius. Part 1 ends here. For other questions related to this video, you can watch the part 2 of this video.